Alright, so this here is Jade Cocoon for PlayStation 1. Our goal here is to finish the story, and the quest is being submitted by Materian. We're currently about 5 hours 15 minutes into the game, 3 hours this time around. So we'll continue from where we left off. There we go. We're in the third forest, somewhere into the spider forest. I don't really remember anything more though. TPC had us on the couch for emotional support. I think you did really good. It was actually really fun. It at least seemed like you guys knew what you were talking about. At least I had a really good time. Hella jealous of you. I want to go to GDQ as well. Oh, you did Sun and Moon too? Oh, that I didn't see. Final Fantasy with better graphics? Well, kind of. But it's also much shorter. Geek would be the first person on my couch. I don't even know what you would run though. Although most stuff you run would be pretty easy to comment on. Like, this is Ranko. Ranko runs right. Can't really do much than not mess up. Hopefully he doesn't mess up. This here is Incredible Crisis. Can't really do much about it, other than don't mess up. Let's hope he doesn't mess up. I mean, this game was hell of ambitious. They have like really cool cutscenes, that is for like fully animated anime style. Some of the conversations are voiced. The music is very high quality. I don't think it uses the PlayStation internal sound chip. I rather think they're playing actual like music files. Actually, gotta go back to town to heal my creatures because they're pretty banged up. I never want to run Incredible Crisis. Never. Let's see now. I think this is how you cured your creatures. Need to get a US copy of it? It can't be that difficult. Don't you have do you have a chipped PlayStation? You guys run it?
I'm sorry I took so much of your... I just felt so strange. I need to be more like a Cocoon Master's wife.
So kind of the thing here is the main character and this girl here was forced to be married because we're born a Cocoon Master and she's born a Nagi, and by tradition they're forced to get married.
Enemy we love, and for the tormented we pray. Grant us, the beasts of knowledge, the power to touch the spirit.
Rockman's strategy? Oh man. Alright, so and that you have to... So you can catch creatures, but you have to purify them to be able to actually have any use for them. I haven't catched anything new. I catch this... Oh, it's this thing, right? The Ojai. Yeah. Didn't have any need for them. Should I... Nah, I got enough money as it is. Chipped PS2. Then you should be able to just like burn a copy of it, right? Although I guess you kind of want a real one.
Well, are you making any progress?
The sound quality is so impressive for a PlayStation game.
Must go to the spider forest and find Yamu, the forest man. Much treachery lies ahead in the spider forest. Tread carefully.
Okay, so are my creatures healed now? I hope so. Yes, they are. There is one creature in the forest out here that can just one-shot me. Because it inflicts the stone condition. And I can't really defend against it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But yeah, I mean, or like, the only thing you can do is start trying to learn a run. It's, at least for me, it's usually pretty slow to begin with. But you gotta start somewhere. And like, at least for me, it often doesn't feel that motivating the first few days. It comes after a while. Wait, that dude's Earth. Yeah, I just do like 1 or 2 runs, see how it feels. If it doesn't feel super motivating at the start, just give it a day or two to like get there. Yeah, that's a really good idea as well. Like half casually, just play through the game, have a good time with it. This green creature against a green background is really hard to see. And if you don't like it, switch to something else. Like, play it a couple of times. If you feel like, nah, this is not my thing, just stop. I wouldn't like a strategy game either, but I know there's plenty of people out there. Like, I probably wouldn't enjoy running an RPG, and I know there's plenty of people who do run RPGs. You should stop convincing yourself you should. You should stop convincing yourself you should, and you should do it instead. Don't spend time convincing yourself, just do it. Just get out there, do it. Yeah, I think, like, personally I wouldn't want to run a game that's longer than, say, 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is about the limit for what I want in a run. But I know some people like far longer, and some people think 20 minutes is far too long. Wait, am I back by the entrance? You thought your maximum was around 2 hours? Oh man. That's very long for me. Didn't I get a new key? Larva key, dragonfly key, beetle key. Huh. Around 4? Holy hell. I mean, maybe I could do longer than 20 minutes, but like, Shatterhand was close to my limit, I felt. It was so much pressure to do a run that's 20 minutes long, and it's like non-stop action all the time. It was like... Pokemon TCG is the new meta. Ah, maybe. I like digging up like games that aren't run by too many people. That's why I really like Shatterhand is perfect for me. I was also looking at, what's it called? Sentai Solar Jetman, I think. NES games are intensive, yeah. NES games are really damn... There's so much pressure. NES games are intense. There's like a hyper... Chojo in Sentai Jetman. Yeah, exactly. That one. That game was so damn fun. And it was like perfect length. This dude maybe? I don't remember who it is that has the stomp ability. That's not this one. Oh, this one here. Oh man. That dude is not a caster. He's so not a caster. But he's fast. Hella fast. A sub 2 minutes. Oh man. Those runs are often like ridiculously optimized after a while. That dude dealt a lot of damage. Thing is, I played mostly SNES games when I was a kid, actually, to be honest. But there's just something with NES games that resonates so well with me. This dude might go down now. Let's switch him to something else. It had a master system. Oh, I didn't know. Foot them. Damn, that thing dealt a lot of damage. You're completely confused about Sega consoles? It's not that hard, you know. There's 4 or 5 of them to keep track of. No, Master System is a separate one. Genesis and the Mega Drive is the same thing. Then I learned recently that the SG-1000 was apparently their first console, which was before the Master System. Then they made... then it becomes difficult. Because you have like the... Then you have the 32X, which is an extension of the Mega Drive. And then you have the Sega CD, which is also an extension of the Mega Drive. And then you have the Sega Saturn, which is a 32-bit console. But the Sega 32X is also a 32-bit extension of the 16-bit Sega Mega Drive. Then after that came Dreamcast, and then it was kind of that's it. So yeah, it's a bit confusing. I do admit that. But I think it was mostly a case of Sega actually bringing all of the weird extensions to the rest of the world. Like Nintendo had a lot of weird ass extensions and shit in Japan, but it didn't come to the rest of the world. It doesn't seem as confusing. I really want this Terfrid to get the kill, because he really needs to level up a bit. Come on! How can the plus accuracy attack... But my plus accuracy special attack still misses. God damn it. Fucking annoying. Sega sure was pioneers, but I think the problem was that there were more pioneers than they were good. They were good at marketing stuff. Back then, Nintendo kinda did what Apple does today. They just looked at what everyone else was doing, then they did the same thing but a little bit better. Could be Roar, could be... They certainly were in a tough spot, that's for sure. Maybe they were really big. I mean, I know they were super big in... I know Sega was super big in Latin America and South America. Yeah, exactly. But I guess they were pressured after... They were super pressured after the Saturn didn't take off. And I don't know if they didn't have the same kind of like funds behind them like Nintendo did, because the N64 kinda bombed as well. Is there any game at Atari Jaguar worth looking at? I don't know really. I don't think so. Many devs hated Nintendo's licensing policies. When the Genesis came out, EA reverse engineered it. And we're like, if you don't let up on the licensing BS, we're gonna ruin you. I don't know if that was a good thing on EA though, because it might have hurt Sega, like a lot. And I wanna say, like, Nintendo had pretty good reasons for being... I don't really know how much of a dick they were when it came to licensing. But they were so afraid of the... They were so afraid of the same thing that had happened during the game crash. Yeah, exactly. So they had a pretty good reason for it, but I understand why companies hated it. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Why can't I use the spider warp? So really, like on the bottom, like you can see the element charts by your creatures here. Like water is good against fire, fire is good against air, air is good against earth, and earth is good against water. And I really like them having that on screen all the time. Sega has indeed handled fan Sonic games really well. Hey, it's the forest man.
Hey, you there! What are you doing there? This place not for men. Away with you! What's that there? Oh my, a nice ring you have there. How about giving to me? If you do, I will stay and listen.
Oh, that's my.
Come. Don't say that. Give.
Oh,
Is that precious? Well then, I will trade one of my precious things for it. Come. Give to me. Oh, how beautiful. Yes? What do you want? Calabash. That I have, but have some got sick?
I wish they sold it.
You don't say. Bonnie Boo Boo come to your village. How
Yeah.
dare the locusts of the apocalypse.
I kind of wish they
Well,
eased up on a lot of things.
that calabash for the ring. But it won't be enough. I know place where there is a lot. But I no tell you for free. Bring me more treasure. Only then shall I tell you where the calabash lies. Talk it over with your elders. Mammon, you say? Well now, that was my name long ago. I was called Mammon too, I think. Oh yes, that is right. I am the watchman of the divine tree. I guard against tricks from you humans. I was so ordered by Elram. Ah, how much longer must I live like this? I have been doing this without end for hundreds of years. And it is only trees, as far as the eye can see. I so long for treasure.
You know that franchise where devs dissolved and were
Oh,
purchased by a third party who then got taken over by another company and then collapsed were brought. I don't really know exactly what game you're talking about.
blah. Even hearing that name sickens me. Don't tell me you know him. Oh, I am getting it. You have heard of Calabash from Kikinak, right? Ah, I have told him 1,000 times. I am really going to have to do something about that yam. It is Kikinak's fault that the forest has come to this. That pervert. Because of him, we were dragged into this fine mess. Bring me more tray. Talk it over with.
I kind of wish that, in general, any game older than like say 20 years
Follow me, I shall remove
is fair
the
game.
and cast them away.
You could like modify them and do stuff as you wanted. I'm fine with them keeping the IP of like making new games with the same characters. I'm fine with them keeping the right to sell it, but modifying the code, yeah, copyright in general.
Oh, so you found the forest people.
I agree. I wish copyright was 20 years. I think that's far
Did
enough.
they have any Calibus? Ah, I expected as much. So they will tell you in exchange for treasure. Nevertheless, I do not expect Jibara to consent to such terms. I will speak with the chieftain himself. There is no time to waste. We need a decision now. We should go straight to the Hall of Judgment.
Death plus 70 years. No, that's like ridiculous. It's ridiculously long.
So, you say you've ascertained the location of the Calabas? Do you speak the truth? And he really will tell you if you present him with a treasure? If Garai is correct when she says that the demon is the keeper of the forest, then I have a plan. Lord Chieftain,
It sounds like a bad thing.
I suspect that the demon of which we speak is the guardian of the divine tree, an incarnation of the forest god. The Calabas must lie at the base of the divine tree, the source of all life. Simply retrieving Calabas will be but a temporary solution for troubles like the recent attack. It would be wise to find the divine tree and then imprison it together with the god of the forest.
If we could just offer some treasure, this would be an easier decision.
Man, did Disney die in the 1940s?
I wonder about imprisoning the divine tree. Would we be forgiven for such sacrilege? Would that not bring about the second coming of the tragedy of Gehenna Pale?
The path to destruction began long ago, well before the locusts attacked us. What is done cannot be undone, even if the Calabas does solve the problem at hand. It is only a matter of time until the land of peril is swallowed up by the forest. Therefore, we should put an end to our bloody traditions. All that we do is for the future of the people of Cyrus. No, all the people of peril!
I think this game has amazing voice acting actually for its time.
Now is the time for a decision.
You say that it is possible to change the fate of all the people of peril?
My ancestors, the shamans of Gehenna Pale, imprisoned the forest and divided it into 4. It follows that the imprisonment of a god is indeed possible. The knowledge of man opposes the powers of God, and thus the powers of nature. This is not sacrilege. In fact, it is the basic law of nature. Only the strong survive. We have long waited for this day, to truly serve Cyrus.
That lady is crazy.
We must find the divine tree and evoke the powers of the talisman of imprisonment.
I understand. Well, you have heard, Jabara. We have to thwart the menace of the demons if we are to live with the forest. Such sacrilege. This too may be the nature of the beasts of knowledge. We must take action. Son of the Lion of Peril, our fate is already in your hands.
The egg? I'm just thinking about Robotnik then. Vote Robotnik.
I have heard many tales, but it seems that Mammon is as greedy as ever. He will never return to his spirit form acting like that. How foolish she is. You cannot imprison the divine tree. Did you not see the ancient ruins in the forest? Ugh, that ghost of Gehenna Pale. What is she plotting? But if the chieftain so ordered, then we must obey.
Man, we're going
Our
out to some
ancestors were alchemists in the
pretty
ancient
crazy
kingdom.
quest here.
Her family line has always held the real power in Cyrus, working behind the figurehead image of the chieftains. They have infested the chieftains' families and all the villages of peril. Overconfidence in human intelligence is the trademark of we beasts of knowledge. But it is also fact that without the blessing of knowledge we cannot survive. Man is at times weak, and at times a violent beast.
Oh well.
The decisions of the Hall of Judgment are absolute. But it may well be a bloody path which lies before you.
So let's go out, kill some gods, shall we? Stupid quest. Didn't I get some good stuff? Flute, Dragonfly, Calibus, Ocarina, Calibus, Champion Belt, Wrestling Tournament, bring back fond memories of Grodish. Oh, valuables. Oh, okay, so we're using them to trade, I guess. It does indeed. Holds up really well, I think.
Oh, so you gave him the ring?
Yeah, that was our wedding
Well,
ring.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. I mean, you had no choice, right? Our enemy we love.
So I gave away our wedding ring to that demon in the forest to have him talk to us. I understand she's upset. I wonder what she got when she picked up that face cover though. She didn't used to have that. So this girl looks like a very physical creature. So I want to try to merge it with this thing maybe? We get more attack, flesh to stone. We lose our wind attack though. I don't want that. Ooh, that's a good combo. This looks like a... Oh, Jesus, that thing's ugly. We become mostly air elemental from this, but we do keep some abilities. I can live with this. I mean, his magic attack is so freaking useless. It doesn't really matter that we get a lot of spells. But sure, merge ahead. So what more did we have? This one was pretty strong. This one is already quite deep into that. One defense? That's not really worth a lot, is it? Flesh to stone. No. Not worth it. worth it. Everything is earth here. I think they're too low a level. It's not really worth doing all of this. Let's just spin all of these. So spinning is turning them into valuables that we can sell.
Oh,
Another like lore part is the magic that she does is apparently incredibly painful.
please be.
She suffers a lot whenever she does it. But we kind of have to ask her to do it. Which of course sucks. And not everyone is voiced, as you can see. Hey, Aparo. How you doing? I submitted your emote to FFZ, so we'll see when they'll approve it.
Everyone here has completely changed after the Onibubu attack. It all began when you started going into the forest.
Oh man, he's pissed. Yeah, I'm just doing fine, thanks. So I can actually afford this thing now. Not that I need it, really. Ah. Screw it.
Dad, I just gotta stack the firewood for the furnace in the garden, right? Oh, you came by. How was your quest going? As you can see, I made up my mind to start working here. I too can work as hard as you do, buddy. I don't want my mom to be the only one who's gotta deal with my stubborn old man every day.
What? Shut that trap of yours, Mr. Big Mouth. Real men work with their hands, not their tongues.
I love these little interloops. There's like, you can go around to like every place here and talk to people just to get more lore if you want to. I at least find that really cool. It gives a lot of attack, but holy hell, that speed drop ain't worth it. Speed is really important, because if you're too slow, enemies will get in double hits on you. That it starts to hurt pretty bad pretty fast. Never been here before. That's him again.
What? The divine tree? What do you want with the Baobab tree?
Oh, there's another Kakaya. There's another Yamu.
Elrum won't like it if I talk. I know nothing. Nothing!
Alright everyone, voting has opened. Shall we continue to play Jade Cocoon? Get your votes in. Also, for all you subscribers, you should be able to vote using the yes and no emotes now, actually. You should be able to. Too long since you got to throw the no out. Can't go around whipping your no out. Not in public. Oh, you unlocked it with channel points, I see. But yeah, you can use those to vote as well. Clever there, Roar, clever. Pretend to be a citizen. I mean, we're a perfectly just democracy here. As long as you can show up something that looks like a valid ID card, it doesn't matter how you got it. We're happy. Like, this is my citizenship card, and we're like, yeah, sure, whatever, fine. Doesn't matter how you acquired it, as long as you have one. Bandwagoning is fun. Well, whatever makes you happy, Spritz. What is this weird door? This is probably where that thing is gonna help us get through. So many save points in this forest. Most of the other forests has like one save point. This one has freaking 4. So this looks like it's a draw. That means we will continue. Sorry, Ananas. You're gonna have to get more spoiled, I guess. We get it now? Yep. enemies at level 10. You can live with it. Ah, that's good. Yeah. You're not upset beyond recognition. Was the plan in the end to murder this thing here, or what was it? I don't remember. Patagonga. That means bring out the scabe. Because that one has a water attack. That and this creature deals tons of damage. But I knock it out with this guy. Only the one who downs enemies gets XP. There we go. Now he's level 10 too. Nice. What's an FFT battleground? I haven't heard of such modern crap. I found like a modern, what is it called? There, divine tablet. Tells of profound truths. Oh well. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Sorry. Can you just murder this game? I'm stealing your tablet over here. Merging 2? So I've missed merging 1, I guess. Minions who use poison are also resistant. Merging such a minion with another creates a new poison resistant beast. Supplies minions with sleep and flesh to stone attacks. Oh wow. That's good to know.
Divine tree! Bow Bow! Oh, that's forest god! Bow Bow tree secret! Totoyamu promised forest god! Dr. Totoyamu! I know nothing!
Where do we find Totoyamu then? Wasn't Totoyamu by the one by the house? Was that one called something else? It's like they expect you to have a lot of problems in this area. Whoop!
Here is some love. 2 years and going strong.
Remixes! You retain your position as one of the privileged citizens of Liechtenstein. 2 years as part of our privileged class. Thank you so much for the continued support. So glad to have you around.
In the beginning, the universe was created. This made a lot of people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad move.
How you doing, Goro? It seems Geekbots can't decide either. Yeah, he mentioned you, said, who should I bet on? It's exactly what you said. Oh man, that did a lot of damage. I had no idea there was a path behind there. What do you know? Slept for 14 hours. Holy shit.
I remember Ikerad like that, and they're walking by each other. If you push box in hole, then down with the Geekocracy.
If you push box in hole, then down with the Geekocracy. I'm impressed she managed to actually... She managed to say Geekocracy pretty well.
I really don't like the save feature in Enter the Gungeon. If I'm just starting, I have nowhere to slot it into.
What? So weird. I remember an IKEA ad like that. Stone choker. No, not IKEA ad, an IKEA ad. Yellow. The stone choker is so much worse than the silver crown. Gives 7 less magic attack. Is typewed really a word? I think you're just making shit up, Roar. I don't know, actually. Knowledge 5. I'm actually asking you if it is a word, because I don't know. Turning to stone, your body gets harder with each turn, eventually leading to death. Accuracy and avoidance will decrease while body hardens.
Cocoon Man? Yummy, 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 yummy.
What?
What's that? Is yummy yummy?
That's a very anarchistic view of language. As long as people understands what I mean, it's good enough. But I have actually seen some people. There used to be a radio show in Sweden called. It was basically called The Worst Language, which was a play on words, because you can use the word worst as in very, like very cool. You can also use it as, well, worst. But anyhow, the show was a professor, a linguistics professor, whatever you call it, we talked about, well, language and interpretations of language and stuff about languages, and he actually had that view of languages, that as long as you can communicate what you want, the language is fine, and your usage of the language is adequate. That was a pretty interesting view.
What?
Elrum.
Why do you... Don't tell me he's back to his old habits again. This is no place for mankind. Elrum shall punish you. Away with you, quickly! What?
Elrum won't...
Don't...
So I gotta find Totoyamu among all of these weird forest people. I can kind of see a point into having like a correct way of expressing, because it probably makes it easier if everyone kind of talks in the same way. But at the same time, it's kind of like a line you gotta balance on, I guess. There's really no reason to be absolutely perfect. What the actual fuck? This place is definitely suspicious, but I still haven't gotten anything that gets me through here. I think we've been on this screen before. Kind of recognize the area. Yeah, that's an interesting one indeed. I kind of have a problem with how people say like, yeah, this literally happened. You know, like, really? Like, no, of course not. But you said literally, yeah? So what?
The five Baobao tree. The Yamu Yamu guards Spider Forest. Toto Yamu promised Elram. Promises important. Toto Yamu, little greedy. You talk to him.
What would I find? Where do I find him?
Toto Yamu really forest god's child. But Toto Yamu greedy. That's why forest god angry. God very stingy, isn't he? Toto Yamu look for you. He'd say Flute Man is liar.
Flute Man.
You lied to Toto Yamu?
But what's so wrong with the word figuratively? Doesn't it mean the opposite of literally? I thought that was an old word. Figuratively. No. Don't make RPGs with tank controls, alright? The pro tip. No! Shit. Pro tip from Geeks Corner. Don't do tank controlled RPGs. But the word weird is hard to spell. If you had any hair left. Fair enough. There is another word that I see people misspell all the time. Something that sounds like a creature if you say it wrong, but I can't remember what it is right now. Oh yeah, a lot. You know that? The mythical creature that you see every now and then. The legendary Alot. He lives in the forests, stalks around. The definition is virtually. But doesn't the word virtually mean not for real? Or like virtually, that is virtually. If something is virtual, it's not real. So if something is virtually impossible. Oh, now I see I have the stone condition, so that's what happened. The stone condition ran out. It killed my creature. Virtually makes it more like an exaggeration. I can understand that, and honest, but like Finnish grammar is super weird. I want to catch that radio ML over there, cause it's freaking. Its stone attacks are so good. Misspelling and such doesn't bother me that much. I've always been like really bad at spelling, so it doesn't really hurt me if people spell stuff strange, because I can seldom say if it's weird or not. Yeah, I don't know much about Finnish grammar, but I know it's a it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, and the way you combine words into other words is weird. Might be that it's consistent, but it's weird. Nice. That was a good capture. I don't know if I've been down here yet. It would at some point be fun to make a caster creature in this game, but the problem is that, like, before the caster creature is good, you have so little mana that it's really hard to motivate. The Great Walnuts are really good. They're worth like 400 currency. Using them isn't really worth it, but they sell for good money. Can't recall if I've been around here. Finnish sucks for poetry. That I can actually understand. And given its weird structure and stuff. But do you have like famous Finnish poets? Is that a thing? Minion Fang. Useful for making weapons. Maybe we can give it to the blacksmith. So now I'm here again. Oh wait, where did this go? I've gone down here in a while. Okay, yes I have. Meanings are more literal. How do you mean? You got a good example? Because I can't wrap my head around what that would mean in practice. I mean, I get what the word I get what the word means, but I don't know what it means in practice. It's more difficult to be vague. Is it because you lack rewrites of words, or don't you use? Can't you say she looked like a flower and smelled like a summer breeze? Doesn't that like make sense in the language? Oh, what do you know? Where the shits am I supposed to go in this? Feels like I'm just running around in circles. Here's the freaking entrance again. Easy to write instruction guides. I guess that's good. This creature I have right there, he started out as a lizard, then he got wings, and now apparently he's gotten a yellow exoskeleton. He's been through a lot by now. Oh, this was the place with the little kid.
Totoyamu looking for Cocoon Man?
Yeah, but where?
Totoyamu, my daddy!
Do I have anything yummy to give her? Not really. Somewhere in these forests, Totoyamu should be. I can't find him. Where? I was hoping I could summon Kikinak, because apparently Totoyamu doesn't like Kikinak. So if I could summon Kikinak, maybe I could get Totoyamu to come out of his hiding place. That doesn't seem to be the case though. I'm trying to look for something I could have missed that could turn out to be a pathway. Some way I could walk that I haven't done yet. Pathways are often indicated by this dim light that you see. This was again Kakayamu or whatever her name was.
What? Why do you... This is no place...
Still nothing. I think there's one route I haven't explored. Down here and then over here. I don't think I've gone there, but I'm pretty sure it just goes around. Gotta take care of the thing on the left first. Shit. Because I think the thing on the left can cause stone. I really don't want that. God damn it. I really hate the stone effect. One. Come on. I should have caught that padmole guy. That was dumb. Hey OVG, how you doing? Good to see you again. That just takes you around. Shit. So we've definitely cleared that region. There is nothing else over there. Feels like it's almost only the big door over here. I wanted to run around him. I don't want to fight anymore. It's so boring. These fights are super easy. I'm guessing I can catch that thing. Have you seen our new emotes, OVG? They turned out really well. They were really cute. Yeah, exactly. And you can use some channel points if you want temporary access to the other ones. That's the main reason I had for adding them. Because now with the channel points, it's easy to gain access to them. I mean, you can see that there's something else on the other side here. Question is just how do you get through this thing? Sunglasses, yeah, perfect. Perfect combination. But it will count the first one as the vote, OVG, yes you know. You can vote with them. Oversized and sturdy for a large door. I'm sorry, Ananas. Oh wait, it did count. Huh. That's curious. That's pretty funny actually. I thought I had covered that case. That only the emote counted, but apparently not. Yeah, it did count, I noticed as well. I thought it wouldn't. I thought I'd... Yeah, it turned out right in the middle of voting, CT. I'm stuck in this forest and I've been for so long. I don't know what to do. I think I got my valuables, but I can't find Totoyamo. Or Tatuyamo. Toto. Nothing. Maybe it's something in the village I need to do to be able to progress. Yep, out she goes. Trying to find Totoyamu Spider Forest. I actually think this is a good game now. I wanna play this some more. I find myself liking this game once I've gotten used to the somewhat slow combat. It is actually really interesting, and I understand the combat. The game is very impressive, with good music, good graphics, and very good voice acting. Impressive for a PS1 Era game, you must say.